Very good morning to you. What's on the agenda in terms of this meeting?
Yes, plain one term that is on the agenda is the prevalence of the abuse of women and children, especially here in Mbumbulu area, south of Durban. As you know, that the police minister did release those crime stats yesterday, where he did mention that nationally there's a spike in terms of the rapes as well as the murders. Currently, with about more than 6,163 the crime rates of the murders that took place from July to September. Just 3 months alone, we've seen more than 6,000 murders taking place in the country of South Africa, and also with KwaZulu-Natal having 1,700 of those in the 3 months, third quarter of 2021, and that's an increase of 44.4% in terms of comparison with the same period last year, even though it was during a very hard lockdown. But there's been a steadily increase in terms of the rapes as well in KwaZulu-Natal. And also, as you know, that KwaZulu-Natal at some point it does have those spots that are hotspots, especially for crimes such as Umlazi, which is also near where we are. We have areas such as Plesisle in Pietermaritzburg as well as Inanda. Those three areas are always on top when it comes to the crime levels in KwaZulu-Natal, when you're talking about the rapes as well as murders that are usually occur in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. But Begitele did mention that one of those reasons that are contributing to the increase of the crime level, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, are the July unrest that took place earlier on, where we saw more than 350 people having been killed in KwaZulu-Natal, and also some parts of Gauteng. Well, with the main agenda here, main focus is the GBV, the gender-based violence that is being perpetrated against women and children. And Begitele did say that more than 800 people who were killed in the 6,163, 800 of them were women as well as children, while the main focus here is being that GBV, which is led by the Department of Social Development in KwaZulu-Natal, being the MEC of the department, Nonhlanhla Khoza. But she'll be here with the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Sihle Zikalala, who will be here and trying to mobilize and galvanize the support in terms of trying to turn the tide against the GBV incidents, which are also on the increase in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We are here at Mbumbulu with a number of people who have come here. We've also seen the Premier of the province, Sihle Zikalala, who has just entered to ensure that the program does start on time. It was supposed to start at 11 o'clock, so the dignitaries are already here. Let me see if I can talk to one of the people who have come here to ensure that he's part of this gathering here at Mbumbulu, as government is trying to galvanize and mobilize support. He has also talked to a number of people who are here. There are also izinduna, amakhosi, who are here trying to partner government in terms of also talk and trying to ensure that they also support a government in their efforts to ensure that they stem the tide against the GBV cases that are happening here in KwaZulu-Natal. Let me talk to the induna of this area, Mr. Makanya. Baba, sikwamukele nje kafushane sithole mhlambe inhloso ngqangi yakho, sithole igama nesibongo oqala nenhloso ngqangi yokuba ingxenye lo mcimbi namhlanje.
Ukobizizwa kaMakhanya owusihlalo obuhle beMbumbulu, aphinde abe umdidiyelo wamabutho wesizwe sakaMakhanya la eMbumbulu. Inhloso yalo mcimbi esinawo namhlanje ugqugquzela ukuziphatha kahle kwezinsizwa ezisakhulayo nabadala nje ukuthi banakelele imindeni yabo ngendlela efanele. Njengoba isiZulu sithi inkunzi isematholeni, nalapha ke sakha ibutho eliselincane esilinde ukuthi ngesikhathi esizayo leyo baba nabomama abangafunda kuthina esesibadala nabanye nathi njengoba sasifundile kwabadala ukuthi isizwe siphatha kanjani emakhosini naseyindaweni nasemakhaya ngingabeka nje kanjalo kafishane.
Okay, la indaweni sike sabona kakhulukazi indawo even ezingumakhelwane kubulawo labo mhlambe esingabe biza kuthiwa ama LGBTQI+ community. Zinjani igameko la nezokubulawa nje kweingane ezincane njengoba siyazi sezokuqala le 16 days lokuqala mhla 25 November siko lenyanga sekusele nje kancane insuku esingathi ziku5. Zinjani lezo igameko la indaweni yaseMbumbulu?
Asinazo engizaziyo ezikhona. Mhlambe uma zikhona ngabe ezingabikiwe kuthina njengebuholi bendabuko nobuholi beyinsizwa. Kodwa ke siyagxeka kakhulu ukucwasa ngabe ngobulili noma ngohlobo lokucwasa wonke umuntu wamukelekile ezweni samakhosi.
Igameko zokubulawa kwabantu kakhulukazi abesifazane nezingane ezincane kumi kanjani lapho siyazi uhulumeni ubambe iqhaza elikhulu ukubambisana namakhosi uqinisekisa ukuthi basiphula nezimpande zabo kakhulukazi ubugebengu obufuze lobo.
Njengoba ngisho nje la kwelakithi eMbumbulu sisenenhlanhla ukuthi asinazo igameko ezimbi ezifana nalezo. Kuye kwenzeke nje mhlawumbe kutholakala umuntu elimele endaweni yaseMbumbulu kodwa kutholakala ukuthi ubulawele kwenye indawo akuyena wala endaweni yaseMbumbulu. Abantu abaziphethe kahle izinto ezazikhona kudala hayi sesadlula kuzona. Kuyahlonishwana nje siphilisana kahle kakhulu.
Ungathi uthi nje umyalezo wakho namhlanje njengoba ingqikithi la ukuthi abesilisa babambisane kanjalo nabesifazane?
Okubalekile kakhulu njengoba kunalo umcimbi namhlanje ukukhuluma namadoda nezinsizwa ezisakhula ukuthi ziziphathe kahle ngoba kunento ekhona ezweni lonke nje ngingasho la eMbumbulu ukuthi amadoda ahlale ediniwe kodwa awazi ukuthi asazi ukuthi yini ewadinayo ngempela. Imhlangano efana le iyasiza ukwazi ukuthi ke kube nengxoxo abantu bakwazi ukuyikhulumela ukuthi yini le badinayo baze benze ezinye izinto ezingafanele ngabazenze emphakathini ezikuhlukumeza. Ngiyabonga.
Thanks a lot. That's Induna of the area, the headman who is Makanya, who's locally based here at Mbumbulu, saying that as the Indunas or the headmen of the area of Mbumbulu, they are trying to ensure that they do encourage, especially the young boy child, to ensure that while growing, they do behave well, and also they are being taught life lessons to ensure that they do become a grown men who are responsible, and also those who are respecting women, to ensure that when they are growing they do not engage themselves in activities that are being regarded as that of the social ills, and also engaging in crime. So he's trying to ensure that the young men who are growing up, they are growing as responsible adults, and those who should be protecting and providing for their families. He's saying that especially in this area of Mbumbulu, there hasn't been that much incidence of the GBV or gender-based violence crimes that are reported here, but he's also saying that there is an opportune time to ensure that as young men grow up being responsible or adult citizens who are not engaging in criminal activities. Is also happy that government has brought this event here to ensure that whatever concerns are here in this area are being parted off and warded off by the adults, having partnered with Amakosi, Izindona, traditional leaders and traditional healers as well of this area of Mbumbulu, south of Durban Plain.
Succinctly, Vusi, the old phrase of boys will be boys doesn't cut it anymore, isn't it? We need to get to a better place, and as you mentioned at the top, turn the tide. The question is how. Thank you very much indeed for bringing a perspective there. Vusi Khumalo live for us in KwaZulu-Natal.